Hey guys, about a few years ago I posted that video, what depersonalization disorder feels like, and I've gotten a lot of responses from it, and I've probably not responded to any of them, so um, I'll just make this video to describe my story and uh, basically how I got over it, and that you can't let something like this control your life. So back in August 2010, I smoked too much marijuana and basically passed out and hit my head on concrete. And I woke up and had pretty disturbing effects from it. Felt like outside my body, like basically reality felt like a movie, flat, etc. Normal symptoms of like derealization, uh, but it subsided after the immediate effects of the marijuana had worn off. About a few weeks later, though, uh, basically I started to panic because I started thinking that I was feeling like this again, and then over a few days it precipitated into full-blown, constant feelings of derealization, and is very disturbing. And anyone going through it knows what that the feeling in itself is not fun at all. Um, but basically, I dealt with that for about a year and a half, until I was fully convinced by my doctors and my psychiatrists that it was fully anxiety related, and that my perceptive thoughts continued the cycle of derealization. So I would I would hyper focus on my sensitivity to how I perceived things, and that caused me to not be able to break from the feeling of derealization. So the anxiety of feeling, weird, like your body feels different or reality feels unfamiliar to myself. That was the scariest part. That things felt, foreign from me. Even my own house. I walked into my own house. It felt different. Like I was going to a new place, and things felt flat to me, etc., etc. But basically, after a while, just you know, I stopped caring about the feeling, and it was hard at first to not focus on it. But the best way that I found to help myself was to distract myself by worrying about other things that were unrelated. And what was interesting was if I had something else going on, like school or uh, some other type of stressful event, the feelings of unreality would resolve. And only when I was unstimulated by a stressor would I experience unreality. So, in a sense, that really tells you that it's fully related to your perception of it. So, my advice would be to, focus on other things and put yourself into situations that will require a great deal of concentration or attention to being in reality, and not focusing, not thinking inwardly about these feelings. And after a while, you'll realize that it'll slowly uh, go down to a point where it does not affect your quality of life. And even today, like, I always get the occasional feelings of unreality, but it doesn't disturb me at all, because what happens is I I realize that it'll go away as soon as I stop thinking about it. So I feel it, and then I stop thinking about it because it doesn't bother me anymore, and it doesn't affect me, and it goes away. And I pretty much have my anxiety under control, at least on that part, so I don't experience unreality or the feelings of derealization or depersonalization anymore. And that's basically my best advice to anyone who's suffering from this disorder is to treat your anxiety. And sometimes medications don't work. You have to do some kind of holistic treatment and exercise or eat a good diet and focus on things like schoolwork or relationships or any kind of thing that keeps your mind occupied and not thinking about this, because like I said, it's a cycle. Your anxiety drives the feelings of unreality, and the feeling of unreality causes more anxiety, which in turn causes more feelings of unreality. So you have to break that cycle effectively. And I hope all of you guys find the best way to cure your own disturbing or feelings of unreality. So good luck.